punctuation and spelling. And I know that's probably not relevant for everybody. And I have 3 auto checks and one of them's paid for. And when I sent it to my friend, she goes, you need to fire that thing. And she goes back and corrects it for me. So most of mine is done in voice messenger because I won't spend all day doing it. But anyway, make a long story short, what I usually tell them, is instead I did learn not to say, would you mind? Or would you be interested? What I have been saying is, look, as soon as you finish those 3-way chats, I am going to put you, as soon as you finish looking at the videos, I am going to ATM you.
Right.
Not ATM you. I'm backwards. Like I said, my brain's right. You know what I mean? In 3-way chats. And I found that is actually working better because I find my posture is getting stronger because I'm no longer asking for their permission. You came to me, which I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning. It's like they came to me and they asked.
Right.
So obviously they're thinking I'm an influencer or, in their eyes.
Of course.
So, like I said, any other recommendations? I know I'd be greatly appreciative.
Yeah. I think there's a time and place to ask for permission, kind of like when you're wanting to get them to take a look at some information, because it's like you want to like lead them to a place where they're actually telling you that they're open. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But once they see information, a lot of people are always like, hey, can I put you in a 3-way chat? Or like, can I add you to a Facebook group? You know what I mean? Sometimes when I'm on the phone with someone that's maybe a big name or something like that, I do kind of ask if they want to be added to a Facebook group or tagged, or I'll let them know, say, hey, listen, this is the process that we do it. I just want to make sure you're cool with that, because, sometimes if you have like a big leader or a big name, sometimes they don't want to like let everyone know right away that they're like, being, tagged in something because like their name is right there, obviously. But again, I think it's when you're ATMing people and you're setting up 3-way chats, you definitely have to be deliberate about it. Say, hey, look, this is just what I'm going to do. And if they bark at it, that's just that's just them saying like, hey, they're just probably not qualified to really work with you at the moment.
Okay, and one more. My girl that you and I are in that 3-way chat with, I did check in with her this morning, and I've been checking in with her like about 3 days. And like this morning I said, I am so excited. I can't wait to introduce you to the team tomorrow, be able to introduce you so you get to meet everybody. And she said, I'm so excited too, but she said, I am still way short. And I basically came back because I was watching your thing. I said, how short are you?
Good.
They're getting there. Now, I don't necessarily want her going in without a kid at all. I want her, and I kind of stick to that.
Yeah, of course. It does nobody any good.
Because it's like I told her, there's what kind of testimony are you going to be able to share?
Right.
If you don't have the products that you've actually tried.
Right.
So I'm sticking to guns on that one. But that's where, like I'm at, and I've got several, like I told you earlier, on ATM right now that you'll get one tomorrow because the gentleman, he wasn't feeling really good, and I was reading at the end, he was actually headed to bed, so I'm going to get him in the morning, but he already knows he's coming in a 3-way chat.
Perfect. Yeah.
So, but that's where I'm at, and right now I think I'm 120 points. It might be 115 back up to silver, and I'm like 230. My question, maybe y'all can help me. I'm 230 away from senior consultant. Okay. Now this is all except for my daughter is on Smart Ship, but this is what I need to clarify because it's still showing I'm moving up, and it's still showing like I'm gonna get there. Do I have to have 750 from those 2 outside lane people, or could it be my customers since I have?
So with the volume you need can be through customers or social marketers, right? But it has to be evenly distributed through 3 legs of social marketers in terms of like when you hit a certain rank, like it has to be like evenly distributed first. So once it'll show you on the bars like when it's cleared. So it will show you like each one that you clear.
See,
Okay.
they're they're full except for that bottom one, and it's
Then all you need is the volume now.
okay. So you see, that's where I fell short, and I made a mistake. Well, I mean, I was new when I almost went like platinum. I would have gone senior consultant as well had I had just a little bit more. But I thought at that phase that I had to have that other. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
not. I mean, we had that question a lot too, because every time we were kind of like on that fence of rank advancing, we were kind of there too about like, okay, like, well, where's the volume need to come from? And at the end of the day, I mean, it's the volume.
Oh, that clarifies a lot because I mean, like I said, I am.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but that's my questions there. I think I let somebody else come in because I know they probably have questions too.
No, you're good. I mean, I think you're doing a great job. You're and again, I think one of the best things that you're doing is like you're taking things that you're learning and then you're actually putting them into action with people. You know, and if you know, it's kind of like the book. If you read a book and don't actually do anything that you read in the book, I mean, you're not going to get anything from it, right? So, no, I think it's gutsy because when you learn new things and you learn new ways and different ways of how to communicate with people, you have to kind of get rid of that feeling of like, okay, I learned something new, but am I going to do it wrong? You know what I mean? Because what happens is you think you're doing it wrong, and so the energy is still kind of messed up. You know what I mean? And when you learn something new and you're just willing to just again just have a natural conversation and try it out, and keep trying it because again you can say the right thing, but you can't say the right thing to the wrong person.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, just because if you learn something new or you learn a different way to communicate and then, you don't get a good response, that doesn't mean it doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, yeah, so hats off because you're definitely doing, an amazing job there. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So the direction kind of changed for anybody that did pop on. We usually would, make this a soul like why meeting, but like I said, Wes and I are just going to hang out with you guys. Obviously if there's anything that we can do for you, period, whether it's answer questions or scenarios or whatever, we are recording, so let us know if we can help you out, talk you off, I don't know, whatever, anything really. So I saw Ruth pop in. What's up, Ruth? I saw Emilio. What up, dog? What's going on, playa? What up?
Hey.
Hey, what's up, Ruth?
We're like running around trying to put the kids down and everything. So
you got to trank them. That's the easy part.
We're just
right there. Y'all don't keep tranks on deck?
Huh?
Y'all don't have any tranquilizers or anything?
What? What do you mean?
Tranquilizer. Y'all didn't even have kid tranquilizers. you gotta get some kid tranquilizers. They'll knock them out real quick. You can actually go to your local horse store and you just don't give them the whole dose. You just got a smidgen of it. Like
a little bit. I need to get some of that.
A little bit. Yeah. Or you just call Wes and she'll look at him and they'll probably go running and hide in their bedroom. Either way. What up? How you guys doing? I see you you moving. Big step for you just coming out. So hey, I'm last time I couldn't even get you to turn on the camera. So hey.
No, we're here.
I like it. Is there anything that we can like help you guys with in particular or anything like that's kind of on your mind, on your heart, on your head?
I don't know.
We can always get you new shirts. I see you have a Texas shirt on, and
oh my gosh, I'm a hot mess right now.
It's cool. It's like but since Vince Reed, Vince Young, he just hasn't. Texas just will never be the same. Where is Vince Young at? Is he actually working at that restaurant that he owns in Austin?
No, I never seen him.
Yeah, he's probably over there. He's probably a waiter. But nothing like that kind of pops out to you guys on Anything that you guys are kind of like maybe struggling with or working on or anything like that?
Well, we just did our launch video, so
Yeah,
that was a big
saw that.
milestone for us.
It is a big milestone. Exactly. So awesome job there. Definitely make sure you get the second video. On going there and connecting with people. But what about the launch video? Do you feel more comfortable doing videos now? Like kind of get you happy about actually doing videos now?
Give it a couple more, you will.
Yeah, it's always about that second one.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about. We were like, because I was really nervous, and so I want to come back and like, just keep practicing and get used to it, because I know that's like the big thing right now.
It's like it's one of those things where like the more you do it, the more you're just going to get more comfortable at it. You know what I mean? Like think about a person that like jumps out of an airplane. Like the first time you jump out of a plane, you're probably going to be probably the same nervousness that you had for just pressing the live button, right? Like it's scary. But then you do it again, and then you do it again, and then you do it again, and it just becomes like one of those things. And then all of a sudden, people that are instructors for parachuting and diving and stuff like that, it's just natural to them. They can just jump out of planes whenever. Same thing with people doing video. It's just the more you do it, the more you get comfortable with it, the more you start to engage and realize that like those people are probably just as nervous as you are, and they're just as afraid, and nobody's better or worse than anybody else on the planet. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I think one of the things is, most people, like, you may think they're like thinking about you, like they're not. I mean, that's just one of the things I know they're not. Like, they may think about you for a quick second, but most people are worried about who?
Themselves.
Yeah. So whatever happens in life or whatever, I'm like, we're never at the forefront of anybody else's thoughts or opinions or anything like that. If I have a bad interview or a bad Facebook Live or whatever, like, they may think about it for a split second, but right after that split second's over, they're back worried about their own life.
Yep.
So, I would love to kind of hear y'all's why, and kind of like your background too. Like for Wes and I, like, I was a baseball player. I worked in sales before I got started. Connie's a nurse. Emilio is a badass. So I'd love to kind of hear like y'all's background and like the top 3 things that you guys actually want to get from like from working in Team Purpose Unleashed, and just kind of what in network marketing and Modere, like what do you guys really like want to get out of y'all's life by working with everybody here?
Yeah, so I'm gonna adjust the phone real quick on the tripod so I can hold up. Okay. Oh, it's because I have that. Okay. So my thing is, I really want to just like be able to do this full time.
Okay.
And to be able to do this full time and stop working my job, because it's tiring now that I've added Modere. I'm constantly busy. I'm like either doing trainings, or I'm working my job, or doing Modere, or with the kids, So I'm just like going full on, and I just want to take it to where I'm able to quit my job and do this full time.
For sure. Yeah, I definitely know that feeling. I've been there before. What do you do full time for your job?
Community relations rep for a marketing company, or for a health company.
Okay, cool. How long you been doing that?
for 4 years.
Nice, nice. So I know how you feel. Wes definitely knows how you feel. She's at her 1 year anniversary for not working. So it's been 12 months, and I know it hasn't been the easiest transition either. I mean, so it's also, it's a beautiful thing too, but the process of getting there is just one of those things where enjoy the process of getting to where it does become a full-time thing, because it's fun, like, so definitely enjoy the process. I would say too, like one of the things that's really important for anybody that does have the desire to like leave their job, I would say, like, if you got to know, like, what's the thing that you'll do all day, like when you don't have a job, you know what I mean? Like if you got to get clear on that. So like, what are your like top three things? It could be like, traveling to a specific place, it could be, paying off debt or whatever, like, but what are some specific things that, like, hey, once once I'm able to quit or walk away from this job, like, what am I actually going to do with that time? Like, a lot of people don't know that, like, they're like, oh, well, I'll just, who knows, right? If you get real specific about, like, hey, this is what my day is going to be like when I do this full time, this is what I'm going to do. This is what we're going to do. This is what I'm going to be able to do with my husband. This is what I'm going to be able to do with my kids. If you can start to see that and get clear on that, that's just going to help amplify what you're doing already. And it's going to make what you're doing right now make a lot more sense, because we get it. It's not easy, doing all the stuff you already do, taking care of a husband, you know what I mean? Because that's basically just like having another kid, like
Third child, yeah.
just a big ass kid, you got two other kids, you got a full-time job, and your life on top of that, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the cool thing is, I read a quote today. It was said, there's 7 billion people on this planet today, right? There's somebody on this planet that understands exactly what you're going through. They're probably going through something worse, and they're still making it happen. So somebody gets you. So like, what's the thing? Like, what are the three things that I know you want to quit your job? I know you want to do it full time, but like, what happens as a result of that?
Well, I'll be able to do Modere full time. I like doing that.
That's
And
cool.
I'll be able to have my routine, my morning routine, like, knock it out.
So what is that?
What?
So what would you like your morning routine to be like when you don't have to go to work?
Like work out, meditate, read for like 30 minutes.
Right.
Or day. All that good stuff, affirmation. And I still try to do that, and I do like throughout the day sometimes.
Yeah.
Together in the morning.
Yeah.
But I just want to have like my morning routine and just like not be rushing to the next thing, and just just be able to do me without rushing, and just having control of my life.
Right. No, I feel you. That's a great place to start, but I also say, like, I would, challenge you to like get specific, the more specific you can get about, like, all right, like, this is my morning routine, and like, this is what I would do, for lunch, or like, would I, when I go meet my husband for lunch, would I take him lunch, or would I, what will we do, right? What will we do for dinner? What will we do on the weekends? What would we, where would we go on vacation more? I would challenge you to get like, as specific as you possibly can about like what your day looks like, what your life looks like when you hit that place. Because again, like, there's going to be ups and downs for everything. You know what I mean? But when you're in those up moments, it's easy. But when you're in those down moments, it's easier when you know what the finish line already looks like.
Yeah. I mean, another thing is I want to be able to like travel like every other month
Nice.
or like at least a week to like a new place.
Right.
And
Right. You got any like specific places on the list?
definitely Australia. I definitely want to visit like all the beaches. I want to go to Rome, Spain.
That's awesome.
Um,
Yeah. See, that's the kind of stuff. Those are places that are tough to get to. Oh, those are every other month. I was like, that's tough to get to those places every other week. I said, you're gonna be doing that passport gonna get full. No, that's awesome. So again, like put that together. You know what I mean? Because that would probably mean having the kids homeschooled, right?
Oh, well, that would be after the kids like graduate from.
Okay. Are they in graduation stage? Are they 18 now?
No,
Oh.
they're
Just get a nanny and leave them out.
they're 7 and 6, but still, I mean, that's like long term.
What do you have a vision board?
Pinterest, I have. It's not printed out.
No. So you definitely need to make a physical
Yeah.
that you can hang up on your wall vision board. And like I know I definitely get it, like with the kids and job and everything. And like fitting in your morning routine is rough, but it's super important. Like now that I'm not working, right, I can do what you said. Like I can just chill out, like cuddle with the kids, fit in my morning routine, like not have to rush. But up until a year ago, like I made sure to get up at least an hour before everyone else so I could fit my morning routine in, because I knew like once I woke up to Leah and the day started and I went to work, like it would just be craziness all day and I would not have any time to myself. So like no matter how much it sucked getting up at 4:30 in the morning, I made myself do it every single day. So like I know it sucks, but I'm telling you, it's super important, and it like sets the tone for the whole day.
Yeah, it does. And it's one of those things where like if you're going to build your business, like you got to find those places to build your business part-time, because it like if you'll never build a business, more time is never the thing you need. You know what I mean? It's like she was already in the routine of doing that, and then all of a sudden it like helps you earn your time back. You know?
Yeah.
So, no, go ahead.
For Wesley, how long did it take for you to get used to like waking up at 4:30 every day?
Does anybody ever get used to that?
Yeah, I don't know if I ever got used to it, but it was just like, because I knew what I wanted. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why he's saying like, get so specific. So like when your alarm goes off and you're like, shit, I don't want to get up. I'm so tired. It's so early. It's dark outside. Like everyone else is sleeping. You look at your vision board.
Right.
Like, so right now our vision board is like right in our bed. So like when I sit up in my bed, I can see the vision board. You know what I mean? So like if I think about going back to sleep, I look at the vision board and I'm like, I'm not there yet. I don't have all these things that I want in my life yet. So I get my ass out of bed and I just do it. And then like to wake up, I'll just go in the bathroom, like wash my face, brush my teeth, and then I'll stretch for like 5-10 minutes to kind of like wake myself up. And then I get to my morning routine. So like you don't get used to it. Like it's always gonna suck, I'm sure. But like when your vision is so much bigger than, oh, I don't want to get out of bed, like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You just like get up because you're like, okay, well, I'm not where I want to be. I'm still having to go to this job. I'm not in Australia. Like I'm not there and I want to be there. So this is what I have to do in order to get there.
But if it's not in front of you, if it's just on Pinterest, it's going to be it's real easy for it to just be like, you know what I mean? And I was the same way when I was working full time. I knew what needed to be done. So, I was up, there were some mornings where I was up, 4 or 5 in the morning too, just to get what I knew needed to get done and get it done. For me, it wasn't an everyday thing. So like for me, it wasn't every day at like 4:35 in the morning, I was up. I kind of made it like a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday thing. But again, I found what works for me. She found what works for her. The thing is, you just got to find your groove. And, but it's tough to do that if it's not right in front of you, at all times, and you hear your own story, like, that's the stuff that makes a huge difference and like keeps you going, and like hearing other people's stories, like that's what keeps you going. That's why we have, this meeting. Like this is a very, very important meeting when you can hear your own story and you hear other people's stories. So I would definitely say like homework is get a vision board, even if you don't even have a board, just put some pictures of like what your life is supposed to look like in a corner on the wall, like tack them up, do whatever you got to do to allow yourself to see what your life is supposed to look like.
Right. Get really specific and get really like personal, like dig deep within you to like what is really truly going to make you cry. Like seriously. Like for me, like, yeah, of course I wanted to quit my job. I hated my job. Like I wanted to get the hell out of there. But like what really like would bring tears to my eyes was thinking that like I wouldn't be able to spend time with my daughter every morning, because that's what I wanted to do. Like she saved my life, I guess, because one morning, where it was always like hustle bustle, rush, get ready, out the door, let's go, no time to hug, nothing. And one day she's like, Mommy, I don't want to go to daycare. I don't want to go to the babysitter. I just want to cuddle on the couch. And I'm like, damn, like I want to cuddle on the couch too. Like I don't want to miss these years of cuddling with my baby on the couch when she wants to cuddle on the couch. Like this sucks. We have to race out the door at 6:00 in the morning and I don't get to cuddle.
Like, every day now.
Yeah. So every day.
That's morning
But
routine.
like that brought tears to my eyes. So like every day that was like my like focus. Like for me, I was like, before she starts kindergarten, I want to be able to cuddle whenever the hell I want to on the couch.
Right.
So like every single morning we cuddle on the couch.
Wake up, cuddle, breakfast, then hustle, bustle, crazy. It's like, but it's funny too, because like if we're ever like late and then you're like, guys, I can't cuddle. It's like they don't understand the concept of like what the clock actually means. So they're like, no, it's cuddle time. I'm looking at my Paw Patrol watch right now, and it says it's time to cuddle.
No, we'll be late instead of missing our cuddle.
That's true. They will be late. they are not afraid to be late to school, and the teachers don't know the excuse, but they. So I mean, I would say, again, like if you,
like you have to just dig really deep.
Yeah.
Like what like makes your heart feel some type of way. Yeah. Like quitting your job, yeah, of course we all want to quit our jobs, but that's not going to be the one thing that's going to get you out of bed every morning.
Right.
It has to be more than that. So dig deep.
Yeah, sure. And a lot of times, and this may not be for exactly like right at you, but for anybody else, I'm a big advocate for most people that want to quit their job really don't. Like the thing that most people really want is, in my opinion, again, this may not be you, but it could be someone on here that like, it's not always about quitting your job. It's sometimes it's just about sometimes it's just about finding the job that you actually want to do and like being really productive at that. You know what I mean? Like there was a time where I was like that. Again, I don't know. Again, you may want to do this, if you want to do it full time, great. But for some people, like they want to kind of quit their job. Let me make sure everyone's okay. So, all right. For some people, like for me, like I remember the time I was just adamant about quitting my job. And then I got to a place where I was like, well, okay, I quit my job, but like, what if there was a job that I actually wanted to do and actually got excited about? Because there are really good jobs out there that some people would actually love to do. They just like kind of got caught in that trap of like ended up at a crappy job. And, one of the best of both worlds is being able to make money in your business and getting a W-2.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not telling you either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're building your business and it's a side project and it's like, and you treat it like a side project and like you're able to create a little bit of a side income and you give yourself choices. I think that's the most important thing to understand is like when you have choices, like life is amazing because you can say, you know what, if I want to go back to work, I can go back to work. But then it's beautiful to have a choice to say, you know what, I'm only going to go to work if I can do this on my parameters. Most people, I was telling, having this conversation with my mom, I was like, most people, if their job knew they had a side income and they didn't need their job, they'd probably get paid more. For most salary people, like if your job, if you make, $50,000 a year and like your job is like, and they know that you can make an extra $50,000 in your network marketing business, you could probably ask for $25,000 and be like, oh, well, if I don't get it, I can go somewhere else. Right. You have choices and your life is just a lot more stressful, So I just say that as kind of like, just a piece of advice.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love my job, but I think it's just everything that I'm doing is.
You'd just rather somebody else do that job. No, I love it. I just would rather to see somebody else love it. They can love it.
Yeah. I want my time.
I feel you.
I want that. Yeah.
I feel you.
But maybe the next.
Yeah. Don't act like this. Yeah. Oh, me? Oh, yeah, what she said.
Go.
What she said. For me, it obviously is financial freedom. I want to invest in businesses to have, business assets and then real estate so I can have physical assets and be financially free, have enough in the savings to be able to accommodate our lifestyle and travel every month or every other month and just retire my entire family and everyone I know and just
trying to help the whole squad out. He went Kanye on him. He trying to
with me,
No, I feel, man, shit. What? I'm trying to be part of your family.
Yeah.
We cousins, right?
Yeah.
No, and again, I would probably say like try to get specific. Like if you know the type of businesses that you want, like go ahead and start looking into like what it takes to open up those businesses. You know what I mean? Because like if like for instance, if I know that I want to open up, this is just hypothetical, but if I know I want to open up an Auntie Annie's pretzel shop, okay, I know that it's going to cost $74,000. I just pulled that number out. Okay. But maybe hypothetically it costs $74,000 to open up this pretzel shop. Right. But so now I know how much money that I need to make inside of my business. I know how much money I need to be saving. I know how much money, I know, what locations I can get. I know I can start to put together the actual pieces of doing what I want. I just don't want, can you see the difference from saying, hey, I want to open up a business or I want to own some real estate. Like you can say, look, man, I want to open up this type of business. Like for us, I want to open up 2 storage units. I would love to own 2 storage units. I already know that it's probably going to cost at least $500,000 cash to build the place at a minimum. So again, I know that it's these storage units are probably going to come in my late 30s, okay, or at around 35, okay. So I have an idea of like already what it's going to take. I have an idea of like already kind of thinking about location. And so again, is it going to happen tomorrow or next year? Probably not. But I'm putting together the pieces in my head and starting to get real specific about what I want to do. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So that's just some advice, just to kind of help you just to start thinking. It's going to like, you're going to get a lot. If you're like ever wondering like, man, how do people get through those like hard days? Like, it's not about the easy days. Like that's anybody can do that. It's some days where like it's raining outside and it's like cloudy and you're like, damn, this is a cuddle day. Like that was the other day. Like Wes was like, ugh, I don't want to get out of bed. It's like perfect, just cuddle day. And it's like these damn kids. But no, but it's it's the day that it's a little tougher that you need to be able to find that fire in your belly to be able to go do something where somebody else won't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how you find that fire in your belly, because I mean, this stuff is easy to do, you know. Nothing that is asked to do in network marketing is really ever hard, you know, but it's also easy not to do too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I think it's great. I think you guys are like on a great start of like really finding your groove and like what you want in your life. Now I would say take it a step further by either writing some things down, putting it on a vision board. That's step 2. So I'd write some things down, put some things on a vision board. And then number 3, I would start sharing those specific things with other people. Okay. I mean, that would be my top 3 homework, is to write down what you want, put it in front of your face, and then start sharing it with other people. And I'll go ahead and heed you on the 3rd one. When you share it with other people, it doesn't matter what they think. You don't need their approval. All you're doing is just voicing it. Okay. Whether they say, you can't do that, or even if they say, hey, great, I support you, you're awesome, great, do it, rah, rah. That is neutral, doesn't matter. Okay. The cool part about that exercise is just being able to voice it. And the cool thing is when you start telling people about that, some people will ask how. And you can be like, well, I've got this little side project that we've been working on for the last little bit here. If you're open to it, I'd love to share it with you. But why are you open? Do you have some things that you would want to accomplish too? Because we're going to go to Rome. We're going to go to Australia. We're going to do that with or without you. We'd love to do that with you.
Yeah.
Right. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, people, your friends, your closest people, leads, whoever they are, you know, one of the best ways to actually like intrigue someone is just tell them like what your life is going to look like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a good way to start a conversation.
It is. Hey, Jim, haven't talked in a while, but I know we just want to let you know what we're going to be doing. So don't be freaked out if you see me with, manta rays and all that stuff in a few years. Okay. I just want you to know, I know how to swim. I know how to scuba, just so you're okay with that. Okay. No, I think, and if you keep showing up to these meetings, and if you show up next time and you I can guarantee you show up to our next Y meeting and you have some more specifics, because if you guys sit down each night and just kind of like share your goals and share your whys with each other, like that's important. It's so important for couples to like be on the same page with like the shit you want, like.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, no, guys, if there's ever anything we can do for you guys, obviously you guys are a text away. Let us know. Same that goes for everybody. Okay. And definitely thank you for opening up and sharing your why, and kind of, allowing us to kind of coach you through that. And thanks for sharing. I think it's awesome. So we appreciate that. Definitely everybody reach out to Ruth and make sure that you acknowledge them for sharing as well. So that's pretty awesome.
Thank you. And I forgot to mention my thing.
Yeah. Share away.
My pregnancy, I want to start like a maternity home for pregnant teenagers, because I was one myself, and it would have been awesome to have, all the resources to like fully take on life with a child. So
see how that, like, you see how like how in like 20 minutes, something just went from like, oh yeah, like, I just don't like my job, like Craig in accounting, fuck Craig, like it went from like that to I really want to like change lives and, help these teenagers out. And like, that is, I mean, it's so funny how it always ends up like, I just want to like quit my job. And then it ends up, I want to impact the planet.
Yeah.
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 So, I mean, I think that's awesome. Yeah. So, and I mean, if that's not a damn reason to get up a little, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you woke up with that in front of your face every single day, trust me, we know there's days where you just don't want to get out of bed. There's times where you don't want to pick up the phone. There's times where you're just like, oh my God, I don't want to make the next phone call. I don't want to, text the next person. Somebody was mean to me, but you lived that life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You lived that life. And if a place like that would have been around, like think about it like this. Think about it like this, and let me know if this like hits home or not. But like, you didn't have a place like that when you were a teenager, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if it's because there was somebody just like you in this situation that decided not to show up? They had the idea, they had the dream, but they just decided to stay in bed. They decided to not make the phone call. They decided to not do the thing that they could have done at that moment that would have led to you having that in your life while you're a teenager.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can be that person that says, you know what, I had that choice too, whether or not I decided to play big or play small, and I was the one that chose to play big.
Yeah. That'll wake me up earlier.
That'll hit you in the gut.
Yeah.
So I think you're that person.
What?
I think you're that person. I think you deserve to be that person and cut that ribbon and be able to educate and help and prevent a lot of teenagers from going down a road that they may not want to go down, and you can leave your mark that way.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. So we appreciate you sharing. That's awesome. And obviously, if there's ever anything that we can help, with that, just let us know.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wes is the adoption specialist now. She called it an adoption agency to kind of help out with some stuff. And they're like, "You want the kids?"
It's not the adoption agency. It was like a home. Like
right. Oh well, she didn't call it the adoption agency. Okay, so she called. You want to tell the story?
No.
Okay, I'll tell the story then. So she was looking to donate for this home to like help out like underprivileged kids and all these things like that. And then
I'm not even looking to donate. I'm looking to serve. Okay, if you're gonna tell a story, get it right.
Well,
okay, so I wanted to serve. What really hits me, right, is kids that have been like abused or neglected and like younger kids that can't do anything about it. Right? So anyways, I've been looking for like homes around here, like orphanages and stuff like that, where these kids are just like, have no one to love them. So I was like, okay, well, I want to serve these kids and like help these kids and like love them and, show them that like I love them and God loves them or whatever. So like I called and I was like, is there any way that I can serve, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, have you ever thought about being a foster parent? I was like, oh, no.
Whoa, right? Take me out to breakfast
They're
first.
not coming into my home. We already have two. I just want to go there.
You get my name first, right? You don't even see my house. You don't know who I am. Like, shit, I could be Bill Cosby over this.
No, but I might do it. I actually went today.
Are we adopted?
We're not adopting.
You said you might do it.
Are you going to foster?
Well, I'm going to go through the process. It's like a 7-8 month process. I didn't talk to him about it, guys. This is the first time he's hearing me.
My life just changed. Wait a minute.
She talked me into it.
You get talked into a car.
We got talked into kids.
That's awesome.
We gotta go. You gotta go. I gotta go. I can't. I gotta go. I need to go pro.
I definitely want to do that also, for sure.
Now look, he don't even know. Oh yeah, me too. He's like, what's the end meeting? Stop. And all of a sudden, Connie's gonna be over here fostering kids, and Tanya and Emilio, you screwed
No,
too.
you know what, guys? She didn't even sell me. This is how it happened. Because I was asking like, how these kids got there and like what these kids go through. And she was telling me about like all these kids who like the mom disappeared and is on meth, and then the dad's in jail, and then like no family members want them, and like all this stuff. And I was just like, it broke my heart. And she was like, in Greenville alone, there are like 2,000 people, foster parents short. So
she's like them puppy commercials at like 3 a.m. You know,
well,
for just $20 a month, you can.
Whatever. And you don't keep them, you just keep them until like the parents get their shit together.
Yeah, I've looked into that.
Like, I think that would be even harder than keeping them. Because, like, if I had them, you know, for like a year or two, and then like their parents like got their shit together, I'd be like, no, let me make sure about this.
Yeah, that's tough to go.
Be like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep them here. Anyways,
well, looks like we got some stuff to talk about tonight. Well, hope everyone enjoyed our Y meeting.
We're like brainstorming here.
Good night. You guys next time. All right, guys. Obviously, hey, if any of you guys need any help with anything, just let us know. Okay. You know, one of the things that we love about you know, what we've got going on inside of Modere and our team, and there's a resource like literally every day. You don't have to plug into everything. So like, again, we're not on everything. We're not on every call. We're not on every you know, training. We're not on everything. You know what I mean? But there's something every day, you know, and there's leadership around you everywhere. So, you know, if you ever feel like you're alone, or if you ever feel like you're just kind of going through it, or you're struggling, or you feel like you're just not, you know, getting what you need, reach out. Okay. Because there's resources everywhere. Like, we've been in network marketing companies and on teams before where it's an absolute cluster. And
no support.
Right. Or the only support is like the same dry ass stuff every time. Right. And I'm telling you, you've got the smartest people around you. You've got the most driven people around you. You've got experienced people around you that if there's something that you've been through, trust me, somebody's gone through it around you to not only say, hey, you can get through it, but they can give you some insights on how you can keep moving forward better. So I say that because, I mean, it's really important no matter what you're going through, I think, to hear that stuff, you know, and know that like, hey, there's unlimited resources around. There's absolutely something's happening on a extremely high level almost every single day except for Sunday.
Yeah.
So make sure, again, anybody that's hearing this, like, plug in. You know, if you feel like you're unplugged, cool, it's okay. You know, if you feel like you want to get plugged in, just reach out, and someone's going to point you in the right direction and give you some homework. Again, just like we gave you guys homework tonight, and show us your vision board, post it in the group. You know, shoot us a text message, take a picture of your vision board, and like flash that thing. Be proud of it. You know, like that's a big first step. So you did your video, big first step. You know, do that vision board and send us pictures of it. Send everybody pictures of it. Hell, blow it up. You know. So everybody have a good night, and again, let us know if you guys need anything. Okay.
Love you guys.
See you guys. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
You too.
Bye, guys.
Bye.